Thank you so much, Ish. Thank you so much for joining me, giving me your time. And I always value the talk with you. And today there is a special talk that we are going to indulge into that is all based on law of attraction because my channel has the talk based on law of attraction. I teach law of attraction and I practice lot of that, and I know you personally practice it a lot. So I would like to listen your view of point, your practices and the result that you got out of law of attraction. So here,
Hi, hi. Thank you. First of all, thank you for having me. Yeah, as you said that I think you're the teacher. You're the one who's coaching me, and I have a lot of interest in it over the past many years now. So yeah, it's like I believe in it, and I have experienced the gains out of it many a times, and. Uh, okay, I'll take you back to the time when how the law of attraction. Uh, how did I actually first understand that what is law of attraction? So
yeah,
this was back in year 20 2000, I think 2007, 2008. My son was born after 1 year of his birth. um, he had some health issues. Initially, we thought that, the for first few years of a childbirth, the immunity is less, and we did not. I mean, it was like a regular visit to the doctor, and so on and so forth. But it continued for a while, wherein I started feeling that, something is not right. And apart from taking care of him, taking him to the right doctor, giving him all the nutrition, taking care of his diet, things are, there's something more to it that I should be doing. Then I get into I'm sure you also know about that practice which is called Nichiren Daishonin in Buddhism. I will not get into the details of what that practice is, but through that practice I knew a bit about, how this law of
works.
manifestation and law of attraction works.
Yeah.
So what happened was, as I said, as I was just telling you about, my son's health. So I was told by some of the senior leaders in the practice that I started following that, you whatever you want to achieve in life. At that time, I wanted my son to have a very good health. That is what, as a mother, you are also a mother, so you could relate to that. How a mother would, want that to happen, wherein you are saying that, every now and then you're going to the hospitals, and, you know, that was putting a lot of trauma, tension in the entire family. So then this leader, I mean, she used to visit and talk about that philosophy and all that. That's when she told me that why don't in this case, what you have to do is you open your when you're sitting with your open eyes, you see that whatever you want in your life to happen. Initially I was like, what is she talking? That how do I, when I close my eyes, then I can still think of, okay, I want this, I want that. And then she said, think think positively about it, and
Mm.
do not have doubts.
Mm.
um, and for the very first time, what I did, because my son was going through a very, we as a, me as a,
Mm.
and my husband, we as a family was going through a tough time in
Mm.
terms of health. I started sitting like this in this position and used to chant, the philosophy that I'm talking about, I used to chant something, Namyo Horenge Kyo, and I used to, with my open eyes, um, uh, I always used to see that, my son is going to the school, because at that time, because of his he used to be really unwell, he was not
Mm.
even regular in the school,
Mm.
in his play school. So um, so she told me that, if you really want him to go to the school happily, start manifesting it, start visualizing it with open eyes. And for few days I did that.
Mm.
My intention was pure, but I was not fully convinced that it is going to work. And honestly, if I tell you the exact thing, I imagined him wearing that blue color t-shirt and uh, white shorts and holding his, Chota Bheem. At that time, Chota Bheem was a rage. Everyone wants to be like Chota Bheem, wearing his Chota Bheem bag and saying bye bye, mama. And because of his health issues, he was a very cranky child, very cranky. He was never keen to go to the school. And every morning it used to be a hustle for us, for me and his dad to take him to the school. And then I started, with my open eyes, I started imagining that he's going to the school with a happy heart and saying, bye, mama, bye, papa. And
Mm.
trust me, Pooja, it actually happened. I imagined, seriously,
Wonderful.
even imagined the colors of
Mm.
clothes which he's wearing.
Mm.
And one day I saw exactly same thing happened. And that was my first time when I started believing in law of attraction.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the key at that time was for me, I believe that very strongly, but at that time, my belief was not very strong. However, I did it with the right intention, without doubts.
Mm. I remember
So,
when we interacted, you told me the victory of Kabir very first, that once I was in trouble, big trouble because of Kabir was not health wise okay, and
yeah,
later on you told me many other stories. I remember.
yeah, yeah. I think
Excellent.
you know it all too, but
Yeah,
just to take
yeah,
it to the next experience, if I say so.
excellent.
Um, then what happened was I gradually started believing in it. Though
Yeah,
I'm a very happy, very positive person, but there are
yeah.
circumstances in life which put you down, which makes you feel
Mm.
nothing is working in my favor. Things
Mm.
are not going right. And then it's been, okay, to tell you this, of course, you know
You
this.
also told me the story when you were feeling little disconnected with your partner, and you were
Yeah.
not feeling the relationship is same as you started. The early years of your life were very beautiful, as if you can see something in the TV, you lived same, and you felt disconnected, but you again applied the law of attraction and you saw some result. What was that? Will you again explain?
Yeah, it was like again, as you grow in life, and it's been today it's 21 years of me and my husband in a tying knot, and there is in everyone's life there's a phase when things are in a relationship, things are little haywired. So in our relationship also, when we both were at the peak of our careers, um, my husband used to travel a lot, and at that time, I felt little lonely, little, helpless. There were days when and I have one son. At that time, he was in his not he was in his year maybe 3 4 years of age. At that
Mm,
time, and those were the years when you would want both the parent to be around your kid.
mm,
And I was feeling that even Kabir was getting neglected, and I was also felt somewhere disconnected when it comes to that. Most of the occasions he's not around, so
mm.
that bring a lot of tiff in our relationship. And I was like, again, I had gone back to I thought that this is the time that I have to believe in certain law of attraction, and I have to believe in manifestation. And then again, same thing, Pooja. What happened was that um, because Rana was traveling a lot, and that was bringing so much of loneliness in my life, for that matter, even in his life. And because but then work commitments were there which he could not deny, and that was bringing unnecessary fights, arguments in our relationship. And what happened was, then again, I for few months I sat, and I used to miss the times when me and Rana used to be together and have a good time. And I sat and I recalled those memories, and I started thinking that this is going to happen again. And
Excellent.
and and I didn't at that time, I didn't know how is this going to happen, because he travels a lot. Most of the time he's out. When he's coming, either he is busy, fulfilling the responsibility of being a
Mm,
husband, being a father, being a son, being a responsible boss, and so on and so forth. So I didn't have the exact clarity that how is that going to happen, but in my head I started manifesting, and I started believing, uh, started coming with the positive thoughts that I would want all that good memories to come back in my life,
Mm.
wherein me and my husband are
Yeah.
together in everything.
Yeah. So you
And
took control of all your emotions as if you want to feel now what you want to live in the future, because you
absolutely,
started doing it and you could see it actually.
absolutely, you got it absolutely right, and that's exactly what had happened.
Mm.
Uh, so in my thoughts, in my
Mm.
prayers, in my vision process, the only thing, in my manifestation process, the only thing that what I envisioned was that me and he are on the same page, and spending the right quality time together.
Mm-hmm.
And you would not believe, what happened was, out of nowhere, he got an opportunity to settle and relocate himself in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, which
Mm-hmm.
is not very far from India, though you are in
Mm.
abroad. And here, the option that he was getting, the role that he was getting, he was not required to travel that extensively,
Mm.
which he used to do. And we came here, and within no time, Pooja, again, we could spend time together. Whatever I've envisioned, that we will have a good time together. We will go out for our, the weekly, monthly dates.
Yeah.
Uh, we could go out as a family together.
Yeah.
Here, he would have so much time, though his role is little big. However, it does require travel, but not that much,
Mm.
wherein he's off,
Mm.
uh, you know, uh, from home for almost a month. Here, still he has a travel plans, but very less.
Mm.
And I actually relived all those days with the open
Excellent.
eyes.
Woohoo.
Whatever I saw, I could,
Uh-huh.
relive. So that was my second experience, a
Mm.
big experience, which made me feel, which made me realize that how, law of attraction works, how
Mm.
these positive thinking, how these, when you have no doubts in your head, when you're
Mm.
doing something and having doubts in your mind, your manifestation would not work.
One
It will
question.
never work.
When you
Yeah.
were doing the visualization, you were seeing the as if you see something in the dream in the night, but it looks so real. So when you were visualizing being yourself with Rana in your earlier age, similar kind of visualization, how was your emotion? Could you shift that emotion in the body as if you are actually living it now? How
Absolutely.
was that moment? Yeah.
It was actually, I felt that, the emotion of happiness, the emotion of fulfillment I felt at that time. And I, more than anything, Puja, I felt that, this emotion is so real that, I actually envisioned it, and this is all is happening. So
Mm.
I was in that moment wherein I had all the emotion, which was
Mm.
like all happy emotions,
Very
wherein I was feeling happy, wherein I was feeling content, wherein I was feeling that, yes, I've done it.
Very good. And that is what the law of energy says. It says what you live, what you feel, you manifest and you attract same in the life. So it looks very hard for ordinary person who does not practice how to live that emotion which is actually not real in the life. We don't have the person to live with, but how to feel that person is with me. But I think it is said in the uh, classes which I study that all the emotions are lies. I
Yeah.
felt what it is, but I felt it is so true because he gave the example. He said, "Do you not cry when somebody in the movie brings the episode of melodrama? We all
Mm,
start crying." And the
mm,
moment you see a child is laughing, giggling, and we start having the same smile. So I understood that
absolutely.
all the emotions are lies. So that means we can manifest the emotion, we can manifest the moments in our life, and we can change the energy in the body, and that's how we can emanate that energy which should attract and bring those reality which exist in the external environment. Maybe not now, but it will
Yeah.
Attract. It will
It is
come to
there
you.
in the universe. All you have to do is attract with the right energy. It
Yes.
is very important to have
Yes.
the correct energy. If your
Right.
energy is low, if your energy is in a doubtful state, you would
Mm.
end up attracting all that. You know,
Yes.
there are days when you're thinking something which is so negative, and you end up seeing that exactly same thing is happening.
Mm.
So it's
Mm.
all here. What you attract is what you're going to see in the universe. I'll give
Mm.
you one very small example here again.
Yeah.
And after that, I started believing in these energies and these, superpowers, which we all
Mm.
have it in us, and
Mm.
which we should know how to manifest and bring it out.
Mm.
And that's how law of attraction works. So
Mm.
what happened was, and this is again a very, it may sound very materialistic, or so to say, very, cliche, or I don't know how to put it here.
We all need those things to make ourselves happy in day-to-day life to motivate ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened was, my son, he is now 16 years old, and he wanted, from quite some time. He is a die-hard fan of the Punjabi sensation, so to say. I would say Diljit Dosanjh.
Oh.
He's a Punjabi singer, and he's
Mm.
been performing all across the globe.
Mm.
He's doing concerts. So what happened was, and from last few years, he wanted to, go to his concert. Due to some reasons, there are times that, it wasn't happening because of XYZ reasons. And then there was this movie which came wherein Urta Punjab, there was this one song which he sang, which I really liked, Ik Kudi, you know.
Ah.
And I'm sure you would also know about that song.
Yeah.
So that song is my most favorite. So what happened was, me and my son, whenever we have a free time, we discuss music. We discuss, this is the new song which is there in the market. This is Diljit's new album which is there. So this is, me time between me and my son. So
Mm.
we discuss music a lot. So the other day he told me, Mama, the Diljit Dosanjh is coming. He's doing a concert in Delhi. He's doing a concert in India, all over. But as I said, we could not attend any of his concerts
Mm.
in spite of us trying for the tickets.
Mm.
However, in my head, now I'm manifesting that before this new year end, before we enter 2025, I want to take my son to Diljit Dosanjh's concert. I don't know how. I don't have the tickets. I don't even know the dates. Where is he performing? When and where? But in my head, and also because this was a common interest, I wanted to listen live, this guy singing Ik Puri song. So in my head, I'm manifesting, I'm sitting, and I'm visualizing that I'm holding my son's hand and we both are cheering for it. And Pooja, trust me, I I envisioned it again with my open eye, with no doubts in my mind. No doubts in my mind. To cut the story short here, what happened was, I came to know that 31st December, he is performing in Ludhiana. That's his last finale concert. And cherry on top was, we were traveling for almost 14 days to Europe. We were going to Europe on 20th and coming back on, started our journey on 17th and coming back on 29th to back to Malaysia. And then in my head, I'm thinking that, and that this when we were in Switzerland, we came to know his last show is in Ludhiana. And when he, the on Amazon tickets got live, within 5 minutes, it got sold out. We could not buy the tickets. Then we dropped the idea. Even my son dropped the idea that there is no chance we are going to attend the show. And you will not believe, again, while we are on our trip, in my head, I'm manifesting that I'm holding my son's hand and we both are having a great time. And I am going to the show. Again, I don't know how. Then all of a sudden, I came to know when I opened, these social media things are, whenever if you're traveling, then also you are on social media. I saw someone is reselling the tickets in black on FB. Then I spoke to this fellow, and this guy seemed to me to be little real. However, these days, there are many scams which are going in India. People are selling the tickets in black and not even give, giving away the actual ticket. And people are, cribbing after spending money and they're not able to get in to the show. Then my son was like, Mama, we are not buying these from these resellers. We don't know whether it's a scam or not. In my head, again, I'm thinking, I'm visualizing that no, I'm going, and I'm going. And at the same time, my energies are there, thinking positive. At the same time, I am doing my thing. In Switzerland, admiring the beauty of Swiss Alps, and everything is going simultaneously. So, what I'm trying to put across here, how manifestation and the positive thing, the right energy works. What happened was then on and then we realized that so this guy, the reseller, ticket seller, was continuously in touch with me over on a Facebook Messenger. Then I wasn't very sure that this guy is real or not. Then I thought 10 more guys are selling. But I kept on talking. I don't know from where that I was getting that positive energy after talking to this fellow, that this guy seems to me very real. And then we tried to, reschedule our itinerary and stay back in Delhi because we were coming to KL via Delhi. We
Mhm.
tried, and it was the ticket raise was too high. Ticket, the difference was too high. We decided, no, we are not going. We are coming back to KL. We came back to KL on 29th. 29th night, we came back to KL. My son stopped even thinking that he's going to attend the show this year.
Mm.
And, and however, the mother, the person who believes in, the right energies and law of attraction, kept on thinking in my head that no, I'm going to make it. Then,
Mhm.
30th morning, I spoke to my husband after resting for a while that I am buying the ticket and going to Ludhiana. He's like, are you in your senses? What are you even thinking? Don't even think like. I said, no, I'm going. I have to go. Then, okay, I'll again cut the story short. We bought the tickets. We went there without the tickets. We did not have the entry tickets. Uh, then we reached after
You're
taking two.
crazy. You're mad in practice.
I know this was
You
crazy, but
went without the ticket of the show, just
without
you
the
booked your
ticket.
flights.
Yes, we bought the tickets. We bought the air tickets. We left 31st morning. We left KL. We reached Delhi at around 11 in the morning. Then from Delhi, we took a from Delhi to Chandigarh. Another flight we took. We reached Chandigarh at around 4 p.m. Then we took a car. We hired a car and a driver, and then we reached to Ludhiana. The moment I reached Ludhiana, in my head, I'm thinking this guy is going to meet me and give me the tickets. He will hand over the tickets to me. In my head, I am manifesting that this guy is giving me the tickets and I'm going inside the Diljit Dosanjh.
And till now, you did not pay to this guy for the ticket.
I did
Just
not pay. I
assuming
did
you will
not pay.
pay, you will get the guy there.
I did not. Yes, because in my head, I was thinking, I am going to pay. I will hand over the amount and he will hand over the ticket. I was manifesting. I was putting all my energies in this thought. And Pooja, the moment we reached our airport, our hotel, this guy was sitting at the reception waiting for me with his mom, waiting for me. And the moment I entered, he said, are you Ish? I said, yeah, hello, hello. He said, I said, sorry, I've kept you waiting and I did not pay you, did any bank transfer because I wanted you to hand over me the ticket and I wanted to pay you. He said, yeah, let's do that. At and at that time, trust me, Pooja, I had goosebumps when he gave me the tickets and I handed over the money.
Amazing.
And this was the first victory. And then we quickly, got ready. We had food because we knew it was going to be a 4 hour concert. And we quickly had our food, and then we left for the concert. Concert was around where we stayed near to the hotel. Our driver took us there. When I was entering the concert, Pooja, I was feeling, I don't know, I had so many feelings in my head, in my mind, thinking that, wow, wow, for someone, they may say it's a silly thing what you did without the ticket, you've reached there. But how, as a mother, I felt that my son wanted, it's been few years that he's trying to go to this concert. Maybe for someone, it's not a big deal. For him, he's following this fellow for many years. He liked his music, you know, and I am just holding his hand. I am entering. The moment he entered on stage, Diljit Dosanjh, I felt so content seeing my son's expression. And you know how boys are, girls are more expressive, boys are not. So
Mm,
my son is not very expressive. For
mm.
the biggest things, uh, he would have a same reaction, you know. Okay, mama. And he feels mama is the one who creates all the drama and all that. First time in 16 years, I saw and he was like, and if I take him to any marriage, to any party, he would not dance. He's a shy guy. I saw him dancing when this guy was entering. I saw him, having the best of his time. And the, uh, the smile, the happiness when I saw it on my son's face, I thank the universe. I give lot of gratitude that, how positive thinking, how
Mm,
the positive energies work and
mm,
how this law of attraction works in your favor, whether it is for a materialistic thing, whether it is for anything. Life is a journey we go through. There are times that you go through a relationship problem, you go through a health issue, you go through a career problem, you go through there are problems, are any number of problems we face in our life. But how we manifest the right things with a positive energy, with the right mindset, that depends on us. It's all here and it's all in the universe to attract with the right positive mindset.
amazing.
That happened with us. So I
Excellent.
was so thankful that
Yeah.
I could not ask for any other way to bring bring the new year for me and for
Yeah.
myself.
And
So
this
yeah.
one is your latest and last recent manifestation. And
Yes.
I could sense your excitement when you achieved that because your son wanted. And I could feel how much risk you have taken. But yet, because you believed in law of attraction, somewhere at the core you were knowing no. Because I'm practicing with the right energy, this guy is going to meet me and something is going to happen and I'm going to get the entry no matter what.
Yes.
I think you're
My my mom-in-law called my brother-in-law to ask that, can you pick up he knows somebody in Ludhiana. What was his first reaction? He said that, Mama, these days there are a lot many scammers. So are you sure the ticket is the actual ticket, the right ticket? It's not a fake ticket. But in my
mm,
head, I'm thinking, no, my ticket, from the person I'm going to buy the ticket will not be a scam. It is
would be
going to
the
be the
right
right ticket.
ticket. Uh,
Right, will be the actual ticket, not the fake one.
yes.
Because sometimes you're in a because if you're trying to put the right energy in the universe, of course you're going to get
Meet
the right
meet the
vibe,
right person. Meet the right
you know,
person.
and
Yeah.
and you get the vibes that I was getting from the universe because my energy was so strong and positive. I was getting the right vibes from the discussion that we are having today, Pooja, is that how do we, you know, um, how do we have a positive energies bring
Mm,
into our lives? How
yes.
this whole law of attraction works. So
Yes.
all I'm
Yes.
trying to say here is that if you whatever you're doing, you're putting up the right mindset and believing strongly without any doubts, it is going to happen. It
Yes.
is going to happen.
I
एक
totally
हिंदी में
believe.
बोलते हैं
And you
ना,
are very strong
कायनात भी
practitioner.
उसको मिला देती है.
Yes. Yes. Rightly said.
Yeah.
When you want something, तो
Yeah.
ऊपर वाला जो है ना वो आपके लिए भी आपसे ज्यादा एफर्ट कर रहा होता है. You have
Yes.
just
Yes.
believed in the process. It was very excellent. I just could not thank you enough how you have poured the faith for me also, as if you have renewed, made it more strong, one step ahead. And same for the audience, you know. Uh,
Yes.
Before we end, I would say few steps. Again, it will recap the whole scenario
So,
which we just talked, how one should practice the law of attraction. Say, I'll take the example if somebody is trying to manifest a good
yeah.
job or somebody is trying to manifest the good business, how
Yeah.
they should practice, yeah?
Yeah. So it's very simple how law of attraction works. So as you said that someone would want to go to a XYZ job, he would want to have it. First, see. you will have to take the right steps to reach that job. You will have to be that qualified, that versed with the role that you're going to, opt for. However, how you're going to manifest it, that I can help you with.
Yeah,
That I can
the
tell
practice
how.
that somebody
Yeah.
should follow too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like with your open eyes, do not first the key, the most important thing is do not have doubts for it.
Mm,
Do not have doubts that, oh, how am I going to reach that,
mm,
how am I going to crack the interview? How
mm,
am I going to, I think people will be more worthy of than me. Do not
mm,
have those negative. If negative thoughts are coming, keep them aside. Just go back to the right energy, distract yourself with those negative thoughts, and come back with what is your visioning. Your
mm,
vision is to get that job.
mm,
Just visualize that you're going, holding your laptop, you're going to the job and sitting there and doing the work.
mm,
It may sound that this is something very simple, but trust me, this is not easy to do it because
mm,
we have many doubts in between. So you will have to keep those doubts aside and
mm,
think, I'm just going there, giving the interview. Interviewer will like my work, whatever I'm going to put in on the table,
mm,
and I'm getting it. And
mm.
envision that you're going there, sitting and doing the job.
Yes.
So it is going to happen. So it is important to envision the what you want to happen in your life, then
Yeah.
envision with the right energy, without
Mm.
doubts.
Yeah. In fact, I practiced the same way. I was working to the place which I did not like. I was sitting there, but I was visualizing I'm not sitting here, I'm sitting there. I could
Mhm.
see the sound, I could listen to the sound that I'm working on the laptop. I could see the table and everything kept on my table, the calendar, the desk organizer, the plant, and I could see the clear glass window where I get a nice view. All that I saw, I actually got when I got the job, everything was there in place. So this is how I practiced for manifesting the job.
Absolutely. You're the boss for it. So
So,
yes.
with this, like we close here, and I
Yes.
think we had enough stories to tell to the audience to inspire
Yes.
them to practice and invite law of attraction. And
Yes.
thank you so much for preparing, coming, taking out the time for this schedule.
Yes.
And I love you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
My
I love
thoughts
you
to
too.
you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye bye.